Good afternoon to you and welcome to the show. This is another episode of the Realistic Rainbow Radio podcast. And yeah, unlike the normal one that I normally do, the Medicine Made podcast, we're just chatting away this afternoon. If it's your very first time, well, thank you for joining us. For those of you who's regulars, well, a warm welcome to each and every single one of you. It's always nice to have you guys along. Thank you for choosing us to keep you company this afternoon. Right. I had to close the windows just to eliminate the outside sound. So yeah, it is natuurlijk Dinsdag die 31 January. I haven't been on this side of the wireless in a long time, but thank you for bearing with me. It's been festive season, we've just been working. Retail workers have just been working. Don't ask a retail worker what he did over the holiday period. We've just been working. So yeah, it's the last day of January. Generally the longest month of the year, but yeah, I think we can safely say that we managed to get through it. Tomorrow, of course, will be February. I just heard the other guy say earlier, tomorrow is actually February, not necessarily February. So yeah, we're hoping that you weren't too worried in Jan, and that February won't be too hectic. January is bad because you've been, the last time you got paid was in December sometime. I think a lot of people gets paid as early as the 15th of December, and that salary has to last you right up until the end of January, which is about anywhere from the 20th to the 25th. Some people a little later, maybe the 28th or 30th, but yeah, that's what it is. And then comes February. It's the month of love, they say. February is the month of love, and females expect so much in this month of love. Oh my goodness. So yeah, guys, budget maar mooi, weet maar mooi dat jy nie te veel hoef te spend in February. Okay. Nevertheless, ek sit in 'n warm bakkie. I don't want to be here for too long. I just missed you guys and just thought I'd stop by and just chat about whatever is on your mind. My goodness, the one thing that's on my mind is the increase of petrol. I've just read on some Facebook feed that petrol price will increase by 28 cents a litre. Petrol price increases, electricity, the cost of electricity increases. Life is just bloody expensive. It's becoming really expensive to live in South Africa. It's becoming really expensive to have an existence here. Ek weet nie, ek dink as baie mense wat met my sal agree as hulle kon, dan het hulle die land verlaat. Maar waar toe gaan jy wat nie kan nie, wat nie 'n alternatiewe plek het om na toe gaan nie. Ja, ek weet nie. I heard that the EFF is planning a big march for the 20th of March. A march for March. A march for the 20th of March because they want to march against the continuous load shedding. I think in that mix they should also include march against the increase of petrol, and also the cost of living in this country. We are not making it, Mr. President. If somehow you can listen to this, we are not making it in this country. Please, you need to relook at things. I think when it comes to the president being a businessman, I don't know, the thought just came up to me yesterday morning, in fact, while I was busy getting ready to come to work. I don't think we should ever make a businessman head of state anymore. Because businessmen is a different way of thinking. Businessmen couldn't care about the cost of bread or the cost of milk or the cost of electricity or the price of petrol, because they're business owners. They don't worry about such things. I think the type of person rather that should be in power is the ordinary man, like the normal guy. And when I say man, I loosely refer to either man or woman. I mean like the ordinary female. A mother at that. A mother who's worked all her life to worry about the cost of living. A person who has to worry about school fees, worry about transport, taxi strikes, bus strikes. An ordinary person who's really in touch and in feel with the ordinary man out there. I think that type of person would be better suited to run this country, because then they come with not sympathy but empathy. They can put themselves in our shoes. They really understand what it's like when you get up early in the morning to get to a bus stop and you get robbed, or when your bus leaves a bit late and you need to explain to the boss why you're late, or when the bus doesn't pitch, when the train doesn't pitch. I think the ordinary person is probably the best person that our country needs right now, and that person would be able to have really the interest of the working class person at heart. That's just my thought. I'm sick of businessmen wanting to become presidents. I'm sick of people who's never struggled in their life becoming presidents or being voted into positions of power, not understanding and being totally out of touch about what the ordinary man goes through. Yeah, that is my rant. That is all I wanted to chat about. What's happening in the world of sports? So much happened. One thing that I do know is that a lot of the Liverpool fans are bitter at the moment. The guys don't know when to put their heads out. The guys don't know when to talk. And if they do, they're upset about the fact that, look, what I want to say is, what Liverpool is going through, we went through. We went through the struggle. We've been at our lowest lows. And whilst they were on their highest highs, they could mock us. And it was fine. That's the thing in football, there's banter. And banter is always good. Banter has always been there. But people must realize that devoting your love to a club and or a coach and or players who probably doesn't even know you is absolutely no reason to lose sleep at night. The banter will come. You supported your team. You were there with their highs. And when the banter comes when your team is at its lowest point, just know it comes part and parcel of the whole thing. That is what football is all about ultimately. Well guys, I need to wrap it up. I need to get back to work. It's been a pleasure chatting to you. Let me know what you'd like to listen to, what you'd like to talk about next. It's always nice to get your input and your feedback. You can also send me a WhatsApp message to 084915569 or email us realisticrainbowradio@gmail.com. Adios amigos. Have a lovely afternoon further. Peace.
Rainbow Radio.